Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to JWE Friday Night Eclipse. It is the 4th of July, and tonight we are in Seattle, Washington, where our newest women's tag team champions, Ascension, try to start off their newest championship run off on the right foot. Meanwhile, Kiryu looks for a bit of revenge from last Sunday against Majima. And for our main event, our newest double champion, Fiora, looks to start off her reign of dominance strong with a win against a former long-standing tag team champion. Get ready for some fireworks in the ring tonight, because this is Eclipse. And here we go, starting off our night. Introducing first, it is the Blue Jay, Jayden Moon.
Making his way to the ring from Wisconsin, weighing in at 132 pounds, Jayden Moore.
And his opponent.
From Japan, weighing in at 143 pounds, with Kobayashi.
It is the ultimate hope and the ultimate lucky student, Nagito Komaeda. And referee rings the bell. They meet in the middle with Nagito immediately beginning with the offense, but Jayden, nice catch of the kick, turning that around, knee to the, elbow to the knee, and a springboard reverse DDT. Jayden with a flying elbow to the face. And just some slight kicks to the forehead. Nagito rolling out of the way of the knee. Drop kick and the early pin attempt. Not even a 1 count as Jayden gets out. Single shoulder suplex from Nagito. And Jayden winning the grapple. Nagito with the reversal, sending Jayden out onto the apron. Jayden with the reversal, but Nagito with the enzigiri as we head to the outside. Jayden looking for the knee, but Nagito stepping back. Kick to the chest. Jayden with the reversal right back. Nagito turning that around. Jayden with an elbow reversal. Both men certainly doing their homework. They have an answer. They have, well, every answer for each other right now. There's a bridging suplex. The referee already at the count of 5. And Nagito with a side slam on the outside. There's 6. And Nagito tossing the Blue Jay back inside the ring. following him in. And Irish whip into the corner, but Jayden getting his feet up with that reversal. Forcing Nagito up to his feet. There's a springboard enziguri. Nagito rolling out of the way of the kick, but running right into that knee strike. There's one. There's two. Nagito kicks out. Nagito crawling to the corner. Jayden staring him down. And a running corner elbow, but that's not all. Reverse European uppercut. And the pin, there's one. There's two. Nagito rolls out. Nagito with the elbows and the sling blade. And a stomp to the forehead. Forcing Jayden back up to his feet, and another gut-wrenching side slam. And a snap suplex in the corner. Certainly using ring geometry to his advantage. Further away from the center you go, the less forgiveness there is. Nagito, he knows that quite well. Chicken wing facebuster. And tossing Jayden into the barricade, and Nagito just retreating into the ring like nothing happened. Nagito heading to the outside as soon as Jayden came back to his senses, and Jayden just tossing him to the side. And a knee strike. Personally, I would prefer if we get back in the ring sooner rather than later, but that's just me. Thank you, me. And Jayden's back in. Nagito turning Jayden around. Float over arm breaker DDT and a pin. There's two, and Jayden does not kick out. Surprising. I thought he would have easily kicked out of that, but I guess Nagito just did a little bit more damage than I thought. And Nagito still on a strong streak. He's not champion anymore, but he could absolutely become champion soon if he just keeps this up. And for our first tag team matchup of the evening, introducing first, still on a bit of a cold streak and looking to amend that. It is Sayaka Mizuno and Kyoko Kirigiri, Harmonious Truth. Need I remind you how dominant they were last year? What happened? Like, legitimate question, what happened? That is a really big question this year. Are they just good at tornado tags? Maybe. and their opponents. Welcome to the Queendom. They are your current Women's Tag Team Champions, Melia Antiqua and Nia. It is Ascension. Donning new outfits. Melia in her queen outfit and Nia unleashing her blade form. We saw these outfits last year as well when they were champions. Looks like they've been updated though. Here we go, Kyoko and Melia, the first in the ring. Referee rings the bell. And Melia immediately sending Kyoko into the corner. Turning her around face first into the turnbuckle. And just sending Kyoko down. Looking for some more attacks, but Kyoko with the reversal, Melia with a reversal right back. And sending Kyoko head first into the canvas, and Melia tagging in Nia. Nia sending Kyoko into the corner and already looking for a chain attack. Knees to the spine, and Kyoko with a bulldog against the wrong person. And Kyoko with a reversal. Perhaps that was all planned, as there's a springboard neckbreaker. And did Sayaka just waste a breakup? Not sure. Kyoko forcing Melia up to her feet, sending her to the corner. Doesn't really matter, as Sayaka's tagged in. And a tag team attack right back. Melia crawling to the corner, tagging in Nia. And Sayaka immediately clobbering Nia with that clothesline. And a guillotine leg drop. Ascension with a pretty strong start, but ties have quickly shifted over to Harmonious Truth's side. And Sayaka sending Nia into the corner again. Kick to the stomach, setting her up top. And just painful landing. I'm surprised Nia's still conscious after that. That hurt just to watch. Kyoko forcing Nia back up to her feet. Getting her back into the fight whether she likes it or not. And Nia, I don't think I've seen her move on her own volition in the past 30 seconds. Finally getting up to her feet. Rolling out of the way, crawling to the corner. Sayaka preventing a tag out. So we know Nia's still conscious, but she looks completely out of it right now. And Sayaka continuing the offense with a corner scoop slam. And a pin. There's one. Nia kicks out at one. And finally gets the tag out. Melia's in. And does Nia even know where she is? I legitimately wonder that. Melia looking for a little bit of revenge after that. Sending Sayaka into the corner. Well, Nia's back up to her feet, so that's good. Monkey flip in the corner. And a top rope forearm. And Melia forcing Saika up to her feet. Irish whip. Yeah, Mia seems lucid, so... I mean, we should get her checked out after this match, but... Well, she's back up to her feet. She looks fine. Perhaps she was just a bit stunned after that. A bit dazed. Nia sending Saika into the corner. And the pendulum swinging the other way yet again. Back into Ascension's corner as we have another chain attack. Saika taken out. Kyoko's back in. And Kyoko the snap mirror. Into a neck snap. And a rolling neck breaker. Pendulum swinging the other way yet again, but Melia with the reversal. Instead sending Kyoko into the corner. And a corner trapped cross. And Melia again just choking Kyoko. Heading out, tagging Nia back in, just trying to keep their bodies as fresh as possible. Nia with a standing double leg dropkick. And Kyoko with the tag out as Nia just prancing around. Allowing Saika to hit the RKO. There's one. There's two. Nia kicks out. Back into the corner, tagging in Kyoko. And another tag team attack. Ooh, that looked like a tag team finisher. And Kyoko certainly trying to make it, so there's two. Nia kicks out. Kyoko continuing to apply the pressure. But Nia getting her hands up just in time. Kyoko with the reversal. And sending Nia back into the corner. Turning her around. And looking for another tag team finisher. This time with the roles reversed. And of course Nia couldn't get back to the corner to tag out Melia, so this could be lights. There's one, there's two, and Nia does not kick out. And Harmonious Truth making a statement win there. Not the start to the reign that Ascension wanted, but I mean, they got the win when it counted. Tonight was just exhibition, and well, it counts for momentum, but that's about it. Good win from Harmonious Truth, though. Honestly, I'm really happy to see them back in the winners column. And next, a matchup between two hardcore rivals. Introducing first, it is the Mad Dog of Shimano and the One-Eyed Slugger. It is Goro Majima.
Making his way to the ring from Japan, weighing in at 176 pounds, Mad Dog Maria.
And his opponent.
And his opponent from Japan, weighing in at 194 pounds, the Dragon Kiryu.
It is the Dragon of Dojima, Kazuma Kiryu. And here we go, referee rings the bell, they meet in the middle, and Kiryu looking for a little bit of revenge, like I said in the show intro. Kiryu looking for a little bit of revenge from the Elimination Chamber, when Majima was waiting outside of his cell, outside of his pod, immediately sending him into the ring, and then just maybe like 2-3 minutes later, eliminating him. Reversal after reversal here. And I mean, that's something that you'd expect between two men who have been fighting each other for, well, 25 years, has it been? When did the original Yakuza come out? Probably like 2006? So probably 20 years. Majima with the reversal right back. And sending Kiryu into the barricade. And just jumping back into the ring like nothing happened. Kiryu back inside the ring. Yeah, I was right, 2005. So 20 years. Majima going for the pin. Kiryu kicks out. And Kiryu again with the reversal. And looking for the elbow, but Majima rolling out or crawling out of the way and hitting Kiryu with a clothesline. And a neck breaker. Sleeper hold applied right into the corner, but Kiryu easily reaching out and getting a rope break. Neck breaker. And Majima forcing Kiryu up to his feet and just a kick right to the face. And heading up top. Elbow drop from the heavens connects. And Majima just continuing the offense, looking for a standing shooting star press, but Kiryu seeing that coming, getting his knees up. Irish whip and a double leg drop kick. And a kick right to the kidney. Punches to the back of the head. And just sending Majima face first into the turnbuckle. And Kiryu looking to get a little bit of offense in. Heading to the corner. Hyping himself up. And an elbow. There's one. There's two. Majima kicks out. And now Kiryu looking for the tiger drop, but Majima with the reversal and the recoil. There's one. There's two, and Kiryu kicks out. Majima just hyping up the crowd with those taunts before hitting the stump leg puller. And a kick to the spine. Both men to the outside. And Majima with the ground and pound. Back inside the ring we go. A referee almost tripping over Kiryu. Thankfully catching his footing, but that could have been very bad. Majima with a victory roll double stomp. And the pin, there's one, there's two, and Kiryu again. Shoulders up. And the Dragon of Dojima still showing some fight. Catching that kick. Thought that was over. And now both men just exchanging right hands like they've done time and time again since they've known each other. Just leaving it all out in the ring. And Kiryu with a nice couple of reversals to keep this thing fair. And sending Majima down, but Kiryu not unaffected by that exchange either. Kiryu with a Yokozuna cutter. And looking for a signature along the outside just to deal as much damage as possible. An outside tiger drop. And Kiryu just walking Majima around. Not getting the angle he wanted, and Majima taking advantage, elbowing out. There's a neck breaker. There's 6. And 7, they really ought to get back into the ring sooner rather than later. And now Majima just walking Kiryu around. Come on, game. Stop being an idiot. Both men back inside the ring. And Kiryu, that was not a time to taunt, or maybe it was. Maybe he was just giving Majima an opening so that he can lower his guard. And Kiryu looking for the falling fist, but falling right onto Majima's feet. And Majima just flying his way into the corner. Kiryu going for the pin after that reversal. There's 2. No 3. Kiryu with another tiger drop. And just dragging Majima away from the corner. And a pin. There's one. There's two. And Majima gets his shoulder up. I should not be surprised considering that it's these two. Kiryu setting Majima up top, but Majima kicking his way out. And this is just reversal after reversal. Majima with another victory roll double stomp. Going for the pin, using the ropes as leverage. There's no way that's legal. Majima, of course you played dirty.
Here is your winner,
Majima with the tenacity, kicking out of not one, but two tiger drops. And setting himself in the corner, but the referee should not have allowed that pin. That was... Come on, that was very clearly against the rules, but... This is Majima we're talking about. I don't think he even knows the definition of the word fair. And for our next matchup, also against two rivals. Well, not anymore. Well, kind of. I mean, the rivalry has cooled down a little bit. Introducing first, it is the Plague Doctor herself, the woman behind the mask, Lexibor.
From Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, Deborah.
And her opponent. It is your former women's cruiserweight champion and the change bringer, Delta. Delta not really having the match that she wanted on Friday or on Sunday, excuse me. Let's see if she can change things around. And referee rings the bell. Lexi immediately running towards Delta and hitting her with an elbow. And looking for the dead lift suplex. Lexi trapping the arm, stomping on the hand. And like I said, these two I mean, they do have a bit of a rivalry still. It's just cooled down a little bit with everything else going on, but it's still there. Still there. Lexi with a head scissor elbow. Sitting Delta up and kicking her in the spine, trapping the wrist, stomping on the chest. And stomping on the palm. And so far it's been like Lexi just all the way this match. Forcing Delta back up to her feet. And Delta finally getting a reversal in. There's a couple of elbows. And setting Lexi up along the northern rope. And just pushing her neck into the top rope. Springboard. Bulldog. And just rubbing her face against the canvas. Now Delta putting up a pretty decent counteroffensive right now. Just taunting a little bit much for my liking, but forcing Lexi back up, setting her down. And an arm breaker. Chicken wing back stretch. And a face buster. Referee at the count of 6. And we'll go not much further. We'll go no further. As Delta ascends the ropes. Heads up top. And a flying crossbody. Here's the pin. There's one, not two. Lexi back on the offensive. And a spinning back heel kick. And heading to the corner. Setting up the Cyclone, but Delta rolling out of the way. Springboard Bulldog again. And sending Lexi right into the referee. Walking Lexi down south. And a snap mirror. Lining up the step over kick. And the whip into the corner. And I think we all know what time it is. It is time to take flight with Delta Airlines. Pin attempt. There's one. There's two. Lexi kicks out. Lexi back up to her feet, grabbing Delta from behind and walking her over to the western ropes. And oh no. Nope, never mind. Just a couple of knees. I thought it was going to be just ripping the neck across the rope. And there's a kick sending Delta to the outside. Lexi with a spinning heel kick. And stomping Delta on the chest. Forcing her back up to her feet and just tossing her into the corner. And Lexi walking Delta back to the ring, tossing her back in. And Delta just grabbing the wrist, dragging it down. And Lexi with the reversal right back. Springboard, forearm to the back of the head. And the cover. There's one. Delta kicks out. And a spinning kick sends Delta back down, forcing her up to her feet. And Lexi pulling Delta away from the ropes. Springboard roundhouse kick. And the pin, there's one, there's two, and Delta goes down. And see why I said that these two are still kind of rivals? I mean, they just know how to fight each other. It's always entertaining between these two. And for our next matchup, introducing first, it is the bear of the TV world, Teddie.
Following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, representing the Creed brothers from the internet, weighing in at 123 pounds, the Bear, Teddie!
And his opponent, coming off of a failed Nexus Championship challenge,
235 pounds, Niles.
it is 9S. Here go both men ready. Refereeing the bell. I was expecting one of them to run out of the corners as soon as the bell rang, but nope. Pretty humane so far as 9S walks Teddie back to the original corner. And a corner corner suplex. And Teddie with the reversal, sweeping 9S's leg out from underneath him, and a foot DDT. Teddie looking for a corner crossbody, but 9S stepping out of the way. Walking Teddie to the southern ropes, and just bouncing him off. Jumping reverse neck breaker. And 9S cranking on the neck. Nine S up, over, and down. Pin attempt, there's not even a 1... okay. Technically like a 1.0. Teddie, over the shoulders. Up, over. And against the ropes, 9S going for the pin. There's one. Teddie kicks out. And 9S with a powerful double foot stomp. There's one. There's two. Teddie kicks out. Teddie back up to his feet. And the clothesline looking to come back. Tripping 9S, but 9S very quick up to his feet. But Teddie with a spike DDT. And heading to the corner. Lining up the spear. And the pin. There's one. There's two. 9S kicks out. Crossbody to the spine. Manus rolling out of the way of the stomp, and with a couple of moves of his own with a nice Pele kick, hitting the comeback and the pin. There's one. There's two. Teddie kicks out. Although I have to say, 9S doesn't really need to hit a comeback since, you know, there's nothing really to come back from. But Teddie with a nice reversal. Head scissor toss. And a facebuster going for the pin. There's one. There's two. And 9S fails to kick out. Is that 3 losses in a row for him? And Teddie, against all odds, picking up a win against 9S, and that was not at all what I was anticipating heading into this match. And for our second tag team matchup of the evening, introducing first, it is Yu Narukami and Yosuke Hanamura, Brosona.
On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 282 pounds, the Creed Brothers.
And their opponents. They are your men's tag team champions of Eclipse. It is the ultimate supreme leader Kokichi Oma and the ultimate adventurer Rantaro Amami. It is D.I.C.E. And Yosuke and Rantaro the first in the ring as Hanamura immediately running towards the ropes. But Rantaro with the grabbing him from behind Yosuke with the reversal and tagging Narukami back into the ring. Narukami going for the knee, but Rantaro getting his knees up just in time, sending him into the corner. And just stomping on the ankle. And now Kokichi back in the ring as Rantaro with a snap mirror and Kokichi neck snap, nice. Tag team attack as Kokichi hits an elbow drop to Narukami's knee. And tagging Rantaro back in. Up, over neck breaker. And Narukami with the reversal. But Rantaro just punching him in the back. Just exchanges after exchanges. But Narukami can't really seem to get anything going. As Rantaro again tosses him into the corner and tags Kokichi back in. Narukami crawling to the corner, and finally, Hanamura back into the ring. And Kokichi with a neck breaker. Kokichi sending Narukami tumbling over the top rope, and Hanamura takes advantage with a head scissor takedown. There's two. Kokichi kicks out. Hanamura with a standing shooting star press. Kokichi forcing Hanamura back up to his feet. Irish whip. And a kick right to the jaw, bouncing Hanamura's head against the turnbuckle. And Hanamura crawling back to the corner, Kokichi preventing him from tagging out. Irish whip into the corner, Rantaro with a bunny punch to the back of the head, or rabbit punch. And Kokichi going after Narukami. Hanamura back inside the ring, jumping out, sliding back in. And a sling blade, double leg drop kick. Kokichi with a kick out reversal, sending Hanamura back into the corner, but Hanamura with the reversal. Corner suplex. And Rantaro looking for the pin, not getting it. Hanamura, they knee to the face, kick to the stomach, and tags out. And Narukami just doing a tiny bit of damage before tagging Hanamura back in, who just hits the shimmy on Kokichi before hitting the spring or hitting the shooting star pressers. One, Kokichi kicks out. I have no idea what's going on in Brosona's mind right now. Kokichi tags out, and another tag team attack here. Up, over, and Rantaro with a suplex. Going with the pin, but not quite having enough time, so continuing the offense. Hanamura cranking on the arm. Pulling Kokichi away from the corner, top rope arm drag. And going for the pin, there's one, there's two, Kokichi kicks out. And tagging Narukami back in. Narukami picking up Kokichi by the wrists. Knee to the face. And an Irish whip. But Kokichi elbows out. Narukami avoiding the right hand. And sends Kokichi down, tagging out. Both men tagging out. Both men running towards each other, but both men missing. So Hanamura hits a snap suplex. Flatliner. Forcing Rantaro back up to his hands and knees before sending him down and tagging out. Narukami back in. But Rantaro immediately welcoming Narukami into the ring with an attack over the shoulders. And sending him down with a Revolute knee strike to the face. There's one. There's two, and Narukami kicks out. And Rantaro with a corner enziguri. Narukami heading to the apron, so Rantaro tags out. Kokichi knocking Hanamura off the apron to avoid a tag out. And now over the shoulders. And a jawbreaker. This should be it. There's one, there's two, and Narukami does not kick out.
Here are your winners, the Anarchists.
And D.I.C.E picking up another win. Still showing that they have what it takes to still be called champions. I mean, yeah, they are champions since they have the belts, but you know what I mean. And now for a penultimate matchup of the evening. Introducing first, it is the Umbral Witch, Bayonetta.
The foe is scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring from the other side of darkness, the Witch. And from Japan, the engineer, beautiful Majima.
And her opponent, it is your former Miss Money in the Bank, former Miss Cruiserweight Champion, and former Miss Universal Champion. It is the girl with the golden brains, the ultimate inventor herself, Iruma. Tell me something that Mew hasn't done already. Referee rings the bell to meet in the middle, with Mew immediately taking Bayonetta down with that side slam. But Bayonetta with a reversal, sending Mew into the corner. And a corner flip. Bayonetta with the stomps. And a top rope moonsault that finds its mark. Bayonetta heading up top yet again. Turning around, corkscrew splash. And there's the pin, there's two, Mew kicks out. Bayonetta cranking on the arm. And just going back to her old ways with the stomps. And Mew rolling out of the way of that top rope maneuver. And sending Bayonetta head first into the canvas. Mew back on top, at least for a little bit. There's a leg breaker. Bayonetta rolling out of the way. Mew stepping underneath or diving underneath, ducking underneath. That's the word I was looking for. That ends Zagiri. Or roundhouse kick. Double leg drop kick to the spine, and Mew just trapping the hand, stomping on it yet again. And walking Bayonetta over to the corner. Backflip, ducking underneath, and a clothesline. Bayonetta picking Mew up and looking for the Witch Time Neckbreaker. And heading up top. Lining herself up, looking for the spiral tap. And the pin, there's one, there's two, and Mew gets her shoulder up just before three. Mew kicking out. And both women just exchanging right hands, or should I say, Mew just giving right hands to Bayonetta. And finally, Bayonetta's been invited to the boxing match, but Mew putting a very, very quick stop to that. Mew lining up the triple X-plex. And just dragging Bayonetta away from the corner. Pin attempt, there's one, there's two, and Bayonetta goes down. And Mew Iruma, bit of a slow start, but quickly getting it back into her favor, and when she did, making very quick work of Bayonetta. And that is why that's why she was a former champion for so long, until A2 took it away from her. That right there. Again, tell me something Mew has not done yet. I'll wait. And for a main event of the evening, introducing first, it is your former tag team champion, representing the Cyber Idols. It is Ibuki Mioda. And her opponent, it is your newest double champion, and look at those belts. It is your women's Nexus champion and your women's Eclipse cruiserweight champion. It is Fiora. I'm just curious how long she'll be able to hold on to both of these belts. I mean, she's probably going to hold on to the Nexus Championship belt for the entire season at this point. But the Cruiserweight belt... we have several superstars chomping at the bit to take her down for that. If any of that made sense. Not sure if it did. And here we go, both women staring each other down. Referee rings the bell, and a win here would be massive for Fiora, just showing her dominance, not just in the Nexus Championship conversation, but just the entire conversation as a whole. As Fiora heads up top, turning around, moonsault connects. Meanwhile, a win for Ibuki would elevate her quite high as well. But Fiora with a very early lead here. Knee to the knee. And again. A standing double foot stomp. And it doesn't really look like Ibuki has any answers to, well, anything. Top rope arm drag from Fiora connects. And just tossing Ibuki back inside the ring. Ibuki finally with a bit of offense, sending Fiora for a run. Single leg drop kick. And picking Fiora up over the shoulder, bouncing her off the top rope. And an arm breaker. Nice running 540 corkscrew. And Fiora kicks out at 1. Fiora rolling to the outside. Quickly losing the momentum of this match is Ibuki with a crossbody. But Fiora turning that punch around, a spinning back heel kick along the outside. Fiora tossing Ibuki back inside the ring yet again, climbing in after her. And going for a pin. There's 1, there's 2. And Ibuki saves us from being a very short night. Like seriously, it's only been an hour 14 minutes. Ibuki fights out. And a couple of clotheslines. But Fiora winning the grapple yet again, tossing Ibuki into the corner. And a big boot. And lining up the handstand leg drop. There's 1, there's 2. And I guess it's a short night after all. And Fiora putting on a statement. A statement victory there, barely breaking a sweat as she takes down Ibuki. And with that, I would like to thank you all for joining us here tonight on Eclipse for our special 4th of July edition. Sorry it was a little bit short, but I guess everyone would just wanted to go backstage and have a feast. But yeah, hope to see you on Monday for J-Ramada, next week Friday for Eclipse as we get ready for, I think it's Summer SmackDown next, and then 8-Bit Brawl after that. But until then, we are signing out from Seattle, Washington. See ya.